Don't worry, Baggleton. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. That's sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. Oh, man. Great job, Waggleton. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading. It's really metaphorical. I think it means that you want to touch Yuri's butt. I didn't expect for you to go to something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Oh, I had no clue. Writing's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sarah, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel. Or letting them deeply analyze all the meaning. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning how to try new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find a kind of story. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. But don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Hee. Anyway, do you want me to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it. Hole in wall. There was a hole here. It's gone now. I didn't mean to do the trumpet sound. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that sparkle protrudes? Or spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So deep. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really into the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style, it's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. Like there's this boy that I really want to touch my butt. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect that you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up it later. That's actually good advice. The only thing about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Ah, the target. I mean, audience. I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Hey. Oh. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What are we getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, Lake Blue Ink shall be uncontested in size and dramatic visage. Then, Ocean! So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Just a bachelor's in English. Use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time. Really? Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at the poem again. I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. That's the reason I was able to tell. Just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through them myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. And the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something to be blamed for. There's so many skills and techniques that going into writing even a simple poem, not just finding them and building them up, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all comes with practice and learning by example, trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must, blah, blah, blah. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Sure. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. It looks like it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief? Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Who? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Waggleton. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Remember the poets often express their thoughts, feelings, experiences in their work? They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. lingered in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Ah, you know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Waggleton. Me too. How long is this? Let's see. Okay. It doesn't look like it's too long. Everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poem can sit up to theirs. This is literature club, after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across room, Sayori and Monica are happy chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watched each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feelings of giving up. How could that be cute? I didn't get that either. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. I do have a couple suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Waggleton, too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Waggleton liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stand up. Oh, I didn't realize you were invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous of Waggleton. He appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would be deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Waggleton started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Waggleton! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't be happening in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Let me explain that to her, Waggleton. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Waggleton? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But however, I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course... Help me, Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless, I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings in our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what the stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes. Stop it! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they've always were. Big and beautiful! Priority, Sayori. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this way Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, it might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only she could get the chance to talk, I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Ooh, he's playing the field. Cast that net wide. Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Waggleton, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes, With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I'm out of myself with newfound determination. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Ooh. About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fighting like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't need to hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make such good friends with you. Phew. You know Waggleton P? It's nice I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. And then they head home. Okay. So the more vague stuff. I had to pick the Doki Doki. Oh shit. Damn it. Desire. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting some of her words. Okay. We got mostly her words. Alright, got a little more comfortable. Entering the club room. Hi, Waggleton. Sorry. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just a little not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in the mood. I guess it's always the simple things with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. She nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. We kill the bat. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan on conveniently that you spent all your money, so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so the only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Oh, I wasn't listening to anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Eggleton to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough to retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution! That! Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. She does have a point. I wouldn't have come without the cupcakes. I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me some more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Pwap! Yeah! Ow! What was that? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. That was totally worth seeing your action, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over that one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours is really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Then why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudges Sherry off of her. So he suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Ah, sneaky. Hey! You seriously just do that? Mouth full, Sherry trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have you ever heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Oh, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it. I was practicing piano. Piano? I was aware you played the music as well, Monica. Oh, I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Waggleton. Monica smiles sweetly. She wants to touch my butt. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Haha, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. Doki Doki Literature Club was remade as Super Mario Bros. Thank you for that, Takato. How are you doing? It's early because I'm going to be off stream tomorrow, but happy Halloween! We were playing Closing Shift, but my computer did not like running it. So, we switched games. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I got a little treat bag from work. Has a bunch of candy and this little glass. Thank you. Have you played this before? I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway.